whether gamers are fanatics or addicts.
One woman who identified herself as Gamer's mom told her son's sad story on a website called Online Gamers Anonymous. By the end of 9 months at college, he was so wrapped up in his games that he was completely non-functional, she said. He kept telling us that he had stopped playing games, but I know he hadn't. He flunked bowling. I don't know what we will do when he comes home, but we have to do something. He's turning into a zombie.
He flunked bowling? What kind of fucking college is this kid going to? What is it, like clown school or some shit? Like bowling? That was the only thing that he was flunking? Then shit, he must be doing pretty fucking good. Except for I don't know what the hell he's trying to get a fucking degree in. But bowling? You're concerned your kid flunked bowling? But anyway, that's besides the point. I mean, the lady, she kept saying that her kid's a zombie. Well, if your kid's a zombie, maybe you should have taken a note from your child and played some of the games that he does, because if you knew a single goddamn thing, you'd be prepared, because if your kid's really a zombie and he's coming home, guess what? He's gonna eat you. So you need to have some herbs and a fucking shotgun ready, because as soon as your kid walks through that door, he's gonna be all doped up on fucking, like, the T-virus and shit, stumbling in, and he's gonna go and fuck your day up. And if you don't believe me, well, you'll find out soon. Brains.
If people are skipping meals or losing sleep because of a game, that's one sign that they're carrying things just a little bit too far.
So your child isn't eating, huh? Well, did you ever think it might be because you're cooking it tastes like dog shit? Yeah, think about it. I mean, you know, your entire teenage life, you were out just sucking every single dick that was just ever flopped out and wiggled in front of your face, concerned parent. You know, maybe if you decided to quit shoving tons of fucking cock inside your mouth, even though that one went into my eye, but that probably happened to you too, lady. You know, maybe if you weren't doing that and you actually decided to take up a hobby like cooking, maybe your kid would actually take to a meal or two. Or it could be the fact that when they sit down at the dinner table, they just don't fucking like you. Huh. Who'd ever thought about that? Or they're on a diet. Maybe you just shuffle out tons of fucking fatty foods and they don't really want to deal with it. Whatever the case may be, do not automatically assume that it's video games. And just as a note, guess what? While you're in the middle of playing video games, your stomach will eventually say, I'm empty, please fill me up. So, yeah, I highly doubt video games are somehow fucking rearranging his fucking body so that he won't ever become hungry again, because, you know, RPGs and leveling up, that sure as hell is going to be able to fill up your tummy. And on another note, as for the losing sleep, well, if your bedroom's right beside your child's, and you and your husband are bumping uglies and having middle-aged lustful sex and just slamming fat rolls all off each other and just all types of other disgusting shit, sounding like bears and mooses just going at it. Why bears and mooses, I don't know, but just imagine that's what you look like whenever you're fucking. Then, yeah, try to, you know, calm the 45-year-old sex down a little bit, because that's probably going to traumatize your child, and they're never ever going to want to go to sleep ever again.
Also, one of the tales we've heard many times are kids who are getting good grades until the addiction strikes, and then their grades just plummet. And if your grades are going down, or if you're the way you work, your job is suffering as well, that's another sign that there's a problem.
So their video games are affecting their schoolwork. Well, what about whenever, you know, long before there was ever video games, the kids just got fucking Fs. Right down to a report card. Was it because of video games? No. Usually it was because of, one, they didn't give a shit, or two, they're retarded. Did you ever think about that? Could you ever take into account that your kid may be a fucking idiot? Oh, man. It must be because those video games are rotting their mind. Even though someone like me, I got A's and B's, and guess what? I played video games all the fucking time. You stupid shit. Oh, wait. Hold on. You don't ever want to think that your child could ever be less than a genius, right? Because all children, they're all wonderful, right? No, they're not. A lot of them grow up to be fucking shitheads, like the fucking mom that's going and complaining about her son. Oh, and gee, what else? Oh, work? Well, guess what? No matter who you are, work sucks, Going home and playing video games sounds a hell of a lot better. So if I got to choose between the two and I could just take a sick day, yeah, I definitely stay at home and run around and just shoot people in the face, because that sounds a hell of a lot better. So I really can't say anything else about that, because that's just the way it is.
And finally, if there's a change in behavior, a lot of these have been kind of normal people who had normal interactions with friends and family. They start showing signs of rage or getting overly emotional or withdrawn from their friends and family. That's another serious sign that something's wrong, and you do need to get some help.
So changes in behavior? Yeah. Well, how about this? I always get a change in my behavior whenever somebody tells me that there's something wrong with me because of something that I enjoy. Oh, hey, you play video games. That makes you emotionally retarded, socially retarded, mentally retarded. Ultimately, you people saying all that shit makes you retarded. See, quite frankly, if there's a change in somebody's behavior, there's tons of reasons why there's changes in anyone's behavior. It could be because they're stressed out at work. They're stressed out with schoolwork. Gee, they might be going through puberty. There's tons of fucking changes to deal with that. You know, their girlfriend or their boyfriend, they might be giving them shit on an everyday basis. So, did you ever think that that might be affecting them? Or they just don't like you in general? So every time you're talking to them, they're just getting more and more agitated because they want you to go the fuck away? Did you ever take that into account? No. Why? Because you want a fucking scapegoat in video games. So it's easier just point the finger, just blame something that you don't understand and something that you don't like, and have everybody else assume, oh, that must be the problem. I'm also going to do the same thing because I'm a stupid fucking sheep. Bah, bah, bah. Ultimately, the only thing I have to say is, fuck you to the media that likes to just use as propaganda and try to say that, you know, all video games, there's some kind of act of evil and that they should be, you know, content controlled. And it's really the developers' faults for giving this kind of stuff to anybody, even though there's worse things out there in books and movies and music. But hey, you know, these are video games. They're interactive. That must make them so much more different. Fuck you to the politicians that want to go and pass laws on things that you don't really have any understanding of, and you're just caving into the pressure of a bunch of fucking soccer moms with picket signs that are complaining their asses off, but not really getting anything accomplished other than just showing off that they have nothing else better to do with their day than take care of their fucking kids and clean the house and do some cooking. Fuck you to all the parents that want to point the finger and take absolutely no blame or any consideration to anybody else but something that isn't you. You don't want to blame your kids, you don't want to blame yourselves, you want to just point the finger and hope to fuck that everybody is going to agree with you and say, oh wow, yeah, it must totally be that thing's fault because it couldn't possibly be because, you know, you're a bad parent. Who would have ever thought about that? And to all of my fellow gamers, keep on getting high scores. Keep on getting first place in every race that you're in. Keep getting flawless victories in every match that you fight. Keep on getting trophies. Keep getting achievements. Ultimately, just keep fucking gaming.